So it's official. Canelo is choosing to fight Edgar Berlanga. Now, how do you feel about this? You know what? Before we get into that, do you mind if I tell you a little short story about myself? Get to know me a bit. Something you guys definitely don't know about me is I grew up in a really poor part of the United States, one of the poorest towns in the US, and we were on welfare. My parents were young when they had us. I have 3 sisters, one of 4 children, grew up on food stamps in Northeast Ohio, in Youngstown. So my parents finally got their stuff together in my early teens, and then we moved out into a suburb, and life slowly got a little bit better. Now, the reason why I preface that is because of those trials and tribulations that I had to endure growing up. I've always cheered for the underdog. I've always likened myself to the fighters who come from nothing, who have all the odds and cards stacked against them, and they still go for it. So when I hear that Edgar Berlanga is taking on Canelo Alvarez, I'm happy about this. When I heard that Jaime Munguia was taking on Canelo Alvarez, I'm happy about this. And I want to talk to the boxing fans who might not be aware, is that boxing is a sport of fighters who pay it forward. When you get to a certain level like a Canelo Alvarez, you think that he gets joy and glory out of giving a fight to a guy who's already flying in private jets? It's something that the media doesn't talk about, and it's something that I really admire about Canelo, is that he time and time again gives opportunities to guys to allow them to get generational wealth. Now, he might not be fighting the guys that you want to see him fight because these aren't the best battles, but guys, Canelo's 34 years old. He's already done the hard yards. This is his part of his career where he's giving it back. And if he wants to take fights where he chooses a younger guy that he feels is going about their business in a specific way that he says is right or wrong, that could be all up for conjecture. But in Canelo's head, he doesn't like the way one guy is doing things, but he likes the way the other guy is. So be it. That's up to Canelo. With Edgar Berlanga, we have a 27-year-old guy who's 22-0 with 17 knockouts, who thinks he could win, that Canelo feels he could get up for. Benavidez, he got the Saudi money. He went to Riyadh season, fought Alex Vostik, and quite frankly, the way Benavidez is going about his business the last few years, I've said this time and time again on my channel, I don't want to see Canelo fight him. Like, I'm not saying I'm not a fan of Benavidez, but it's not a fight that I've ever wanted to see. And when I see all the hate and vitriol over the last 48 hours about Berlanga getting an opportunity, surely all of these people can't be Benavidez fans. There can't be this many Benavidez fans out there, are there? Or is it so many people who don't understand what's really going on? Edgar Berlanga is one of the few in boxing history who overcame the odds and is gonna get paid. Boxing is a blood sport. The story never ends well. It only ends well for the champions. It only ends well for the guys who overcome, persevere, and happen to get an opportunity to fight a guy like Canelo Alvarez. So when I see Edgar Berlanga get the opportunity to fight him in September, how could you not do anything but